What's good, my people? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. Let's get into this. So, big news in the hip-hop industry. DJ Drewski announced that he will no longer play or support any music that involves killing ops, smoking ops, smoking dead ops, all this other craziness that's going on today. And everybody's applauding him and saying, wow, this is a big move, this is a big step, and all this other shit. First off, let's just call it for what it is. DJ Drewski helped push drill music. He played a lot of it. He played, it is what it is. It's music. But unlike other people, I'm not here to blame music. I'm not here to blame these young boys that make the music. At the end of the day, whether we want to admit it and take a good long look in the fucking mirror or not, it is the mentality in the hood. That's what gets people killed. That's what gets people robbed. That's what gets people assaulted on a daily. Because we have this sick fixation with being the toughest of the toughest and the baddest of the baddest. That's what's going on out here. That we put people on a pedestal that we shouldn't even acknowledge. But to us, our gangsters, our people that do it 25 years and all that, those are the people that we should be looking up to. Those are the people that we should model our kids after. Those are not somebody that's in running, not Mayor Eric Adams. Nah, he's a lame. He's a cop. He's a bozo. You don't want to. Ah, man, if my son come out, nah, I want him to come out like Murder, that's doing 15 years right now for 2 shootings and a robbery. That's a real nigga. This is where we're going wrong at. It's not the drill music. Here, let me explain. Shout out to my boy Latin Pain, man. Word of everything. He was on live and he actually took the time to get the statistics of all the murder rates going to be from New York City, going back from the 80s all the way to 2021. And in the 80s, do you realize that every year there was people, over 2,000 people getting killed a year? Religiously. Not just 1 year. I'm talking about the whole 80s. 2,500, 2,300, 2,100, 2,400. It was just insane. If you do there's 365 days in a year. That's damn near 6 people getting killed every day for years. Then we go to wait, hold on, but there's a question before. In the 80s, were they playing drill music? Was Chief Keef out and Bobby Shmurda and K Flock and all these things and 22Gs? Were they were the reason why it was 2000? I remember that. No, it was punk ass Brucey B, a hip hop, a hibbit to the hip hop, and niggas was getting killed at a fucking crazy rate all over the country. But I'm just talking about New York City. Okay, so now we go to the 90s. It got a little better. But the first couple years in the 90s, from 90 to like 94, it was still like 2000. But then from 95 to like 2000, it went to like, 1,500 and 1,600, 1,300, 1,200, 1,100, all the way till we get to, wait, but hold on, no. Because in the 90s, I remember that. I remember that year. That was when D-Thing and all these other dudes, they were making drill music. That's why the 90s was crazy. Because of the drill music. No. We love to talk about this. Oh, dude, Tupac was so enlightened. And fucking Biggie, and it was the golden age of hip-hop. Motherfuckers was getting killed in the 90s left and right. Going to the tunnel was taking your life into your own hands. Walking through a project in New York City, I don't give a fuck what project it was. It could have been a project full of Jewish people. You'll get killed out there. That's how crazy it was in the 90s. But we don't remember that. Nobody remembers that. It's only these young boys that's been doing this. No, this shit been happening. This is learned behavior. They learned this shit. They didn't just come up, what we gonna do? We gonna start killing each other. Nah, we been doing this stupid ass shit. So then let's go to the 2000s. 2000, it got a little better. It was like under 1,000 finally, but it was like 800, high 800s, low 900s. Still way worse than it was today. But that's the era. I ain't gonna lie. That's the era where drill music really hit hard. 2001, 2000. Oh, there wasn't no drill music at that time. Oh, it was Jay-Z and all these other dudes that we idolize and we don't want to admit that. None of that shit, right? They didn't contribute to nothing. Of course not. It was the drill music back then. Even though drill music didn't fucking exist till fucking 2012, 2011. But we want to blame these young fucking boys for what we taught them. Like, this is ridiculous already. It's fucking stupid to say that these young boys that are 17, 18 years old, where the fuck do you think they learned all this shit from? From the ignorance that they've seen their whole lives growing up in the hood. From the ignorance that, if you want to blame music, then we're going to have to, K-Flock is 18 years old. Was his mom listening to fucking drill music? No. She probably was listening to 50 and all these dudes. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, listen, bottom line is, it's not music. It's not TV. It's not none of that stupid shit that we want to keep blaming. It is our mentality, and what we are teaching these kids is real. The street code is bullshit. The street code only applies when you are at fault. If you do something fucked up, they're gonna put them street rules they're gonna press you with them street rules crazy. But as soon as the shoe is on the other foot, they're gonna jump through a little, but it's not, but it's different, it's all this. The streets is bullshit, yo. It is, man. Get in and get out. Get in and get out. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell people that, yo, don't do this, don't do that. I did some fucked up shit. I did a lot of shit in the streets, man. You can believe it or not, I don't care. I'm not gonna be here running down my resume. I'm doing this, I'm doing this. You can call this. It is what it is. If you know, you know. But check it out. What I do know is that these kids are getting misguided and been getting misguided by us. We have instilled in them that being a real nigga is being a killer, a fucking a dude that robs people, a person that uses violence to solve every fucking, from the littlest to the biggest problem. Violence is the only key. This is where we went wrong. It's not fucking drill music. I'm tired of this shit already, man. Because you know what's gonna happen in 2030? There's gonna be a new genre of music. Because music keeps evolving. So there's not gonna, sooner or later, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, drill music will no longer be lit. And it'll be another form of music. And guess what's gonna be happening? If we don't change the way that we speak to these kids, the way that we look at these kids, and the way that we present reality to these kids are going to continue to kill each other. Plain and simple. That's what's going to happen. Nothing will change. I promise you this. Nothing will change. We will continue to suffer losses after losses after losses. Trust me when I tell you. We need to fix the way that we think, people. We need to understand that we have misguided these kids. We have turned our backs on them. And that's why they're looking and acting out and doing the things that they're doing. This has little to nothing to do with the music, man. Let's start calling it for what it is, man. We failed these kids. The younger generation, we led them astray. Just like the generation before us led astray. But it's time to break the chain and time to really get on each other and understand that if we want change, we have to be the change. We can't expect, even if we put nothing on Hot 97 but motherfucking Christian rock music or Christian rap, there's still going to be crime in the streets. And then what are you going to say? That it's people rebelling against Christian rap? No, it's our mentality. We're stuck in this fucking stupid, ignorant mentality. We need to wake up, or else there's no hope. Going forward, there will be no hope. Yo, y'all be good out there, man. I don't know if, I probably ruffle some feathers. I don't care, yo. At this point, it's just ridiculous. Everybody my age, if you're in your 30s, if you're in your 40s and up, you're old enough to remember how shit was. And let's keep it real, man. This shit ain't nothing compared to what it was. I know that we look at it and we can see it for what it is now. You can actually see people shooting at each other. So it's a lot more graphic and it's a lot more crazy rather than hearing what happened. Now we can see it because there's cameras everywhere. We can see it because it gets sent to our phone instantaneously. But let's not call it something that it's not, man. This is nothing new. And in fact, we need to do, like, if we want to change this, we're in control of it. All this is learned behavior. We have to fucking unlearn this shit, man. Take my advice. Don't take my advice. Whatever it is, man. Y'all be good out there, man. Peace.